My name is Joshua Brown, and this video is about the UMass Board of Trustees meeting that took place this past Wednesday on June 15th, 2016. Now, I have to say this. There was a bunch of powerful speeches, words, and statements to the UMass president, as well as all the chancellors, as well as the Board of Trustees from all the UMass campuses. And a lot of them I agree with, some I disagree with. And, union workers for the Amherst campus, they are very concerned about how the University of Massachusetts Amherst is trying to privatize the campus. Yeah, I'm a little concerned for myself. And also, tuition hikes? Is that really necessary? I'm like, what are you going to do with all that extra money? I'm like, if you want to do something with all that extra money, I think it's a good idea to add in other programs such as, anger management for students, faculty, and staff. If they're having problems, anger problems in class or at work, whether if they're on campus or off campus, I think it's a good idea. Instead of firing them or suspending them, I think anger management courses is a good idea. And also, let's talk about this. Sensitivity training. That could be useful as well at all the UMass campuses. Yes, I think sensitivity training is a good idea because, these new staff at UMass Amherst, I don't know about the other UMass campuses, but really, you have a bunch of new staff, bunch of new managers who think it's okay to come on to the job and come with an attitude. First of all, I understand, it's not easy being a manager. I understand that, but you gotta understand this. They all have to understand they can't just come up there with an attitude, think it's okay to talk to anybody they want or say anything they want to. Really, that's uncalled for, and it's also a violation of UMass policy. Not just UMass Amherst, all UMass campuses. Because these new management, they need to learn. You can't just come up there and talk to people like that. Talk to people like, oh, it's okay, say this to them, or the conversation's mute. Well, you know the rest. But like I said, these new managers who are young and all that, or who still act young, they think it's okay to come with an attitude. I don't think so. So I think they need to be spoken to. I think so as well. And I think some managers should take sensitivity training as well sometimes. Like all of them. So that way they learn what to say and what not to say to certain people. I know employees will give them a hard time and stuff, but managers are trained and paid to be the bigger person. This is not about political correctness. I'm just speaking the truth. And as far as the cursing goes, I really care less because cursing in Massachusetts is a second language, but not saying it's okay, but it really, it is second language Massachusetts. But like I said, I'm not saying it's okay. And other things. And there was one person who made a speech talking about mismanagement happened at UMass and stuff. I'm like, yes, there's been some mismanagement at UMass. But nobody's perfect. There's some managers that make mistakes and stuff. But we all do. But guess what? We learn from them. And also the whole union contractor thing. And please be advised, this is my First Amendment, freedom of speech. So this cannot be held against me, this video. Now back on this whole union contracting thing. a private contractor, I'm like, I know it's going to be unionized, but it should be in effect all year round, not just during the semester, all year round. Because if you don't put this whole union contract thing in effect, then there'll be a bunch of managers who won't go by seniority. They'll pick people to work in the summer based on who they like, who they're friends with, and all that. No, it should go by seniority. It should. It's the way it should be. Because if you're not going by seniority, then you're more likely playing favorites. You're more likely picking people based on who you like. And I know I'm like, young managers, they're more likely to do that more than older managers. But there's some older managers who will do that. But no, I'm against favoritism because it creates problems among coworkers. It does. I'm like, it's gonna make employees fight among themselves. It'll become a problem at some point. So I think all the UMass campuses need to put in a rule saying go by seniority, no favoritism, seniority. Especially people who've been there for 5+ years, 10+ years. And also, I want to say this. We need to make some places more handicap accessible. We need to. Because the university's been fined left and right for lack of handicap accessible spaces and all that. Because really, there are some people with disabilities at all the UMass campuses. Some are in wheelchairs. There's at least one that's blind. And there's all other kind of disabilities. Because really, it should be available for everyone, regardless of race, religion, gender, handicap, etc. And also, we want to make sure that all the UMass campuses is a friendly environment, not a hostile environment. And yes, the lack of diversity at the Amherst campus still becoming a growing problem. It still is a growing problem. But like I said, all UMass campuses, we all need to unite the masses. We all need to get together. And we all need to look out for each other. So this is Joshua Brown. Thank you for your time in this video, and I hope you like it. And like I said, this video cannot be held against me because I'm protected by the First Amendment called the freedom of speech. Thank you for this video. Thank you for your time. And thank you.